Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, welcome to the American Legion Department of Oregon's 97th Annual Convention.
And to the American Legion Auxiliary Department of Oregon's 95th Annual Convention.
We have the honor of being your Masters of Ceremony this evening. And we're glad to see you here. And I think you're going to enjoy this convention in McMinnville if we can just get it a little more organized between now and tomorrow. Say something.
I would like to present Past Department Commander John Marsh, your Master of Ceremonies.
And I'd like to present you Past Department President Jody Marsh, your Mistress of Ceremonies. We will now proceed with the processional of goalposts and units and current officers. So I'm going to start calling out the goalposts, and if you're here, come on up and place your flags. If you're not, come. Okay, Washington, Post 2. Eugene, Post 3. Stephen Shute, Post 4.
Stephen Shute, Auxiliary Unit 4.
Klamath Falls, 5. Delbert Reeves, 7. Capitol, 9. Corvallis, 11. Guy Applewhite, 14. Medford, 15.
Medford, Auxiliary Unit 15.
McMinnville, Post 21.
McMinnville, Unit 21.
Pendleton, Post 23. Frank Burns, Post 25. Gresham, Post 30. Calvin Funk, Post 32. G. Evan Reed, 40. J. H. Wellington, 42.
LeGrand, Unit 43.
Williams Valley, 50. State, 58.
All right.
Harney County, 63.
Reedsport, Auxiliary Unit 62.
Cascade, Post 64.
Cascade, Unit 64.
Wilsonville, Post 65.
Yeah.
Ontario, Post 67.
Ontario, Unit 67.
Lewis Larson, Post 68.
Hooray.
Rogue River, Unit 69.
Glenn Morrison, Post 70.
Glen Morrison, Unit 70.
Cruz, Post 72. Carl Douglas, Post 74. Port Orford, Post 76. Ellis Tracy, Post 77. Nissa, Post 79. North Eugene, Santa Clara, Post 83. Sister, Post 86. Vale, Post 96. Lincoln City, Post 97.
Ione, Unit 95.
Seaside, Post 99.
Seaside, Unit 99.
Marys River, Post 100. And then Sons of the American Legion, Aloha Squadron 104. Prairie, Post 106. Corbett, Post 108. Alexander Harper, Post 115. Newport, 116. Fallon, 123. Beaverton, 124. Myers Holland, 129. Athena, 130. Deer Ridge, 131. Frederick and John Raven, 134. Dana King, 137. George St. Dennis, 140. Monument, 148. Wallowa Lake, 157. Tiger, 158. Mill City Gates, 159.
Mill City Gates, Unit 159.
Carlton Memorial, 173.
Cannon Beach, Unit 168.
Travis Moodhart, 184, and Squadron, 184.
Carlton Memorial, Unit 173.
Brookings Harbor, 195.
All right. I just have to say, auxiliary units, we need to work on that, ladies. That was a much longer list.
Okay, we're going to start with the district commanders and presidents. From District 1, Commander Tom Harris.
President Artis Snyder.
From District 2, Commander Michael Sol.
President Pam Seeley.
District 3, Commander David Bowman.
President Carol Satterfield.
District 4, Commander Jim Van Allen.
I'm going to wait till they catch up. President Donna Hartwell.
District 5, Commander Gene Hellickson.
President Claudine Lehman.
District 6, Commander Ed Baker.
President Maggie Lamont.
District 7, Commander Terry Brown.
President Barb Sumner.
Commander from District 8, Ward Allen, had a serious motorcycle accident. I don't know if anybody's here to represent him in his place this evening. All right, Glenn Stam from District 8.
President Trudy McGriff.
Commander from District 9, Don Adams.
District 9 Secretary Allison Bingham.
District 10 Commander David W. Allen.
President Linda Schmidt.
Department officers now. Chaplain Carol Bova Rice.
Acting Auxiliary Chaplain Cheryl Park.
Historian Don Weber.
April Judy.
Judge Advocate Bob Jackson.
Parliamentarian Patty Cooper.
Service Officer Mark Cliff. Assistant Service Officer Jared Dyer. Assistant Sergeant at Arms Dale Sumner.
And Carol Weber for the auxiliary.
Aide to the Commander Tony Cordell. Aide to the Commander Steve Bergadine. Sergeant at Arms Phyllis York.
Auxiliary Sergeant at Arms Georgia White.
Finance Officer Robert Huff, save you a nickel. Adjutant Don Epperson.
Secretary Treasurer Virginia Biddle.
And tonight, past Department Commander Kevin Owens will be escorting the Second Vice President, Deborah Levy. First Vice Commander Mike Jones.
First Vice President Angelina McKinney.
Immediate past Commander Mike Morris.
Junior Past President Jenny Williams.
Alternate NEC Robert Liebenow. NEC Charles Schmidt.
Auxiliary NEC Tony Epperson. Now we would like to introduce the past department presidents and commanders. They are seated. We're going to ask them to rise.
G. Les Calloway, 75, 76. Robert Liebenau, 96, 97.
And Florence Kilmer. 1997, 1998, Donald Epperson and Tony Epperson.
1998-99, President Patty Cooper.
And past National Western Division Vice President.
Past Department Commander 2001-2002, Don Dahl. And his President, Virginia Bill.
Department Secretary and President.
2003-2004, Richard Mac McLaughlin and Chris Ann Bowen.
2004-2005, Charlie Schmidt and Louise Carter.
2006-2007, Bernie Healy and Phyllis Parent. 2008-2009, Commander Kevin Owens and President Jimmy Dahl. 2009-2010, John Kalmbach with his President Cheryl Park.
2010-2011, Jackie Collison, Commander, President Trudy McGriff.
2012 and 13, Bob Huff and Pam Seeley.
2013-2014, Michael Morris, Jenny Williams. I would like to welcome the American Legion Auxiliary Department Honorary Junior President, Megan Crosby.
Representing the Sons of the American Legion, Oregon Detachment Commander Del White. National Executive Committeeman Willie Williams. Western Division Detachment Past National Vice Commander Bill Lewis.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and greet the American Legion Commander of the Department of Oregon and the American Legion Auxiliary President of the Department of Oregon.
Okay. One forward.
They've already been preceded by their colors. And I don't see their post and unit colors. Okay.
Linda Liebenau. They'll be coming up on the stage to speak to you a little bit later. Please. Go ahead.
At this time, I would like to acknowledge that the American Legion Auxiliary National VA Veterans Affairs and Rehabilitation Chairman, Mary Davis, is in the audience with us. And she is traveling with the Department of Washington President, Lorna Deckert, and Secretary-Treasurer, Nicole Ross. Welcome.
I'm going to make you stand again. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm Oregon welcome to National Commander Michael D. Hill.
And his wife, Debbie.
National anthem will now be sung by Colleen Johnson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Oh, maybe we can pledge allegiance. No flag. Never mind. First Vice Commander Jones, please place the POWMIA banner in its position of honor. Please be seated, folks. We got a little out of sequence here. What? You're just now going to go get it. Okay. I'm supposed to wait until he places the flag. I don't know. If there is a POW.
All right.
And now, by members of McMinnville Post 21 and the Post 20 or Chapter 21 writers will present the standards of the Armed Forces. If you feel inclined to stand, wave, or sing along for your branch of the service, please feel free. We are here to celebrate and to be proud of that service. Ladies, if you have a family member or loved one in one of these branches of the military, you can celebrate their services as well. Military banners in this order.
And the music is?
Okay. U.S. Army. U.S. Marine Corps. United States Navy. United States Air Force. United States Coast Guard. And the United States Merchant Marine.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, welcome to the American Legion Department of Oregon 97th Annual State Convention. Please remain standing for the presentation of the national colors, the invocation, and the Pledge of Allegiance. Colors will be presented by American Legion Post 21 Honor Guard.
We don't have any music apparently, so please advance.
You will now join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Cheryl?
A prayer. Almighty God, whose blessings are numerous and whose power is infinite, we are grateful for the rich heritage that is ours in this nation of free people. We give you thanks for your manifold gifts to us as we meet, for God and country, to carry on the business and work of the American Legion and the Auxiliary Department of Oregon. May we be honest and open in our dealings as we seek to serve you, our comrades, and our communities. May the programs we undertake and support inspire a love of this nation, a desire that we continue a strong and resourceful people in a deep respect for those who have paid the ultimate price for the freedom we all enjoy. Amen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. That was it, yeah? Now the sequence. Speech. I'd like to introduce the chairman of the 2015 American Legion Convention Corporation, Mike Morris.
Welcome to the city of McMinnville, and welcome to Post 21. It's been a pleasure and honor to serve you this weekend, or during this last week, I should say, and looking forward to see you all much more in the future. You know, if you followed the script, you'd see that there's a little bit of an error. In that error, my name has been changed to Elvis Salinas. Well, we're going to make that correction tonight, because I rest assured it's not Elvis Salinas. Anyway, we're celebrating our 97th annual convention here for the American Legion and the 95th annual convention for the auxiliary. Elva, straighten it out for me.
Welcome, my name is Elva Salinas, and this is Mike Morris. And welcome to McMinnville. I hope you enjoy your stay here. And we have plenty of activities planned out for you, and I'm just so happy to see every one of you here. Thank you.
Now, I must say, if you need anything, call Elva. Thank you.
We'd like to acknowledge Fire Chief Rich Leifert, the Sheriff Tim Svensson, the Police Chief Matt Scale, I would like to introduce the City of McMinnville City Manager, retired Brigadier General Martha Meeker.
I hate being short. There we go. Well, hey, welcome. And thank you very much for John Joey for that very nice introduction. And I gotta say, it's kind of an honor. We have the national commander and his wife back here. Anybody notice that? Very cool. Thanks for coming, Mike and Betty. Really appreciate that. And I gotta say, you know, it takes a lot to put on any event. So I want to, call out and say thanks to Mike Morris and all the gang here. It's a heck of a thing to do this, so I want to give kudos to where kudos belong. So fantastic, Mike. Thanks a lot. Now, what you don't know about Mike is he's crafty. I'm going to give you an example of that. I just got here about 6 months ago. I just retired out of the Air Force. I was at Jersey. Go Air Force! Give a big round of applause. Come on. And so I got here, and Mike is the veteran community leader. I mean, he has been in every position there is, lives and breathes veteran support. So it wasn't any surprise that about 2 weeks after I got here, Mike found me and started talking to me about all the great stuff that the American Legion does, all the great stuff the Post does, and incredibly what they did, and kind of goes on a little bit, and then just all of a sudden just stops and looks at me and talks about, and do you believe in free speech? At which point I got a little nervous because I thought, okay, now we're going to get into the argument of, do we do prayer? Do we do the Pledge of Allegiance? I'm like, oh no, I've only been here 2 weeks. Didn't even bat an eye. I was thinking I'm an American, so what is an American going to answer? Of course you're going to say, yes, I believe in free speech. And now I'm waiting for okay, then we need to start, I'm waiting for some political debate to go back and forth here. Well, he didn't even bat an eye, and he said, well, great. Well, how about giving a free one at the Oregon State Convention coming up here in June? What do you say to that? Dude, I just got hooked. I couldn't say no. So absolutely fantastic. But I am honored to be here, and I want to say thank you very much also to community leaders we have here and to all our distinguished guests, including all the district commanders and all the officers. And also, if you would, I'd like to say thank you to the Iraq and Afghanistan veterans that we have here today as they join the ranks. So it's good to be back amongst you. Okay, I'm going to get things started here, and we're going to start off with a quiz. Yeah, you're supposed to study if you didn't know, because we're very big on education here in Vincennes. All right, can anyone tell me what event happened 71 years ago this week? Come on, who's the history major here? What was this? Okay, not that one. That's a great event, though. FDR signed the GI Bill. And it was really unprecedented because it gave, compensation and a lot of things to returning World War II vets. And right at the side of FDR in making that happen was the American Legion. You guys were the advocates for allowing veterans to come back and get unemployment compensation back in 1944. You were there to help to get low-interest loans and home loans and business loans, and you were there advocating for the signature piece, which has become now the educational benefits for the GI Bill. So kudos to you. Kudos to you. Absolutely no question that the values you guys have, range integrity, faith, pride in country. You're there to advocate for education, healthcare, compensation, quality of life for all our veterans and our service members too that are still serving. You're there with the pride and flag and to maintain the right for citizens to pledge allegiance to one nation under God. So thank you very much. And you don't only do it at the national level. You do it pretty good here at the Oregon level. And even started way back in Umatilla, with you had the 555th there, which was the first military firefighting organization here across the nation, to the 700 National Guardsmen that were mobilized immediately after 9/11, to now, by the way, if you haven't checked the latest 2014 census, it shows there's over 300,000 veterans here in Oregon alone. So I want to thank you for all the support that you gave them. It's an honor to be a vet, and it's an honor to have such a great group honoring the sacrifice that our vets make and honoring the duty that this country has to recognize those vets and to stay with them even when they come home. Now, I know that there's a party planned for later on today, and I know that the popularity of the general officer is inversely proportional to how long the general officer talks. So I'm going to leave the stage. But before I do, I just want to say God bless you and God bless the United States of America. Signed up, you had to watch which post you were signed up for. So they snookered me and they got me at the national level.
Somebody make sure and get that completed membership out.
I think that one's going to be auxiliary.
I saw that.
Well, welcome everyone. I'm so glad that you're all here tonight. I hope that you have a wonderful time at this convention and enjoy it, get all our business done. And if you come to the auxiliary side, you know that we have lots of fun, make lots of noise, and we keep awake. So thanks for being here.
Is that a remark about our t-shirt?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I have that for later.
All right. So, again, a welcome from all of us. Have a good time. This convention is when you'll make it. I want to thank Mike and Rich and all the crew at Post and Unit 21 and Chapter 21 for all the preparations gone into this thing. So, again, thank you all for being here. Have a good time. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to call our National Executive Committee man, Charles Smith, for the purposes of an introduction.
Good evening, Oregon American Legion family. Special guests, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's my honor to introduce the National Commander of the American Legion, Michael D. Helm, from the great state of Kansas, where he lives, but he's a member of the Department of Nebraska. You know, Commander Helm was elected our national commander last year in Charlotte, North Carolina on August 28, 2014. Now, this is not his first trip to Oregon. In fact, as a candidate, he came to Oregon in January of 2011, and he was a candidate at that time. And at that time, since it was his first trip to Oregon, I commenced to give everybody a pretty good detailed description of his bio. And when he got up to speak, he said, well, gee, thanks. My speech isn't that long as my introduction. So, Commander, we just wanted to know what you were made of and what we were going to get once you got elected. But ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what we got. We got a national commander that's traveled to Vietnam and Laos for excavations of our MIAs. He's traveled to Taiwan with friendship with veterans of Taiwan. He's visited our Philippine American Legion family. He's visited troops at the holidays in Korea. He's honored our veterans that sacrificed at Pearl Harbor and Normandy, France in ceremonies of remembrance. And he's had some conversation with our Congress. He has asked them to expand the VA-recognized treatment for PTSD and TBI. So hopefully we can curb some of this suicide of veterans 24 a day, or 22 a day. He's also told Congress that the American Legion supports a choice card only as a temporary fix to a bigger problem of VA access. And in response to the President's executive order on immigration, Commander Helm reiterated that the American Legion opposes illegal immigration and supports legal naturalization for those from foreign lands who wish to become U.S. citizens. And the bottom line is, no amnesty for illegals. And our national commander urged the President and Congress to work on a strategy that puts U.S. troops in the best possible position to put down a decisive and swift end to ISIL. Commander, it's great to have you here. But before I introduce you, I would like to introduce to all of you the First Lady of the American Legion, Debbie Helm. Debbie? Now I would like to present to you Michael D. Helm, our National Commander. Commander?
Thank you all very much, and it's really great to be here in Oregon. My wife came along because she was born here, and so she wanted to see Oregon again because they left pretty quick after she was born and didn't spend a lot of time here. But she thinks this is what such a beautiful, beautiful state it certainly is. All the landscapes you could possibly want are right here in your state. At the same time, all of the good things that we do in the American Legion happen right here in Oregon also, and that's the American Legion family. And that's been my theme for this year, the American Legion family, and Janet, the auxiliary president, and Mike Moss, the sons of the American Legion commander. That we can all work together as a family to accomplish those things within our community, for our community, and for the veterans in our community. And those people, those American Legion families in every community that are doing that are successful. And they're gaining. And they're doing a lot of good things. And a lot of great things are happening in the American Legion. The challenges within the VA continue. The choice, once the Choice Act was made and there was so many $1 billion over there, it just makes VA nervous that they can't put their hands on it because they want to use it for something else. And every time they get ready to do something else, they keep reaching over for those dollars that were set aside to fix the problems that they created so long ago. So we continue to oppose them getting that money. We had a talk with them in Washington, D.C. last week, and the message was that if they didn't get that choice money, it's going to have to shut down the VA. And so I called one of my senators this morning and talked to his staff person, and there was an article in the New York Times that reported what the VA wanted to do. And I said, are those numbers that they're giving out, are they true? And she said, well, we don't know if they're true or not because the VA won't give us those numbers. But they're going in front of the media and making these claims, but we don't know. We don't know, and the only way we're going to find out is if Congress actually steps forward and grabs the VA by the neck and said, show us the numbers. As I've traveled all across the United States and visited most VA facilities, things seem to be going pretty well. I know there's challenges out there, but veterans are happy. The ones that are having some problems are finally getting some help. So we don't know for sure where that 50% increase of delays is coming from, but we're going to work to find out. Those are the challenges. The fun things are, and I'll talk about it a little more tomorrow night, but the fun things are, this year when I started off, and then you're supposed to set a money-making project for the year and raise $1 million for it. And then they pick out the National Emergency Fund or Operation Comfort Warrior, all great charities. And so when they asked me what my charity was going to be, I said, well, you know, I've been involved in a lot of charities all through my time in the American Legion, and I can't pick out one. So I think I'll pick out all of them. And I want to pick out the National Emergency Fund, Operation Comfort Warrior, the Legacy Scholarship Fund, temporary financial assistance, the Children's Child Welfare Foundation, brand new one out there they wanted me to raise money for, called Soldier's Wish. And I said, good, I'll raise money for that too. And then on the auxiliary side, I said, how about the Auxiliary Emergency Fund, a couple of scholarships that the auxiliary has, and the Auxiliary Foundation. And they said, okay, how much money do you want to raise? I said, oh, let's raise $4 million. They said, you can't do that. That's too much money. You set your goal way too high. I said, well, you got to, what if when you shoot for the stars, you hit the moon? That's not bad, is it? You might miss, but you hit the moon. That's something. You did it. So we started raising money. Well, today, I want to tell you, we've raised $5,035,000. I didn't raise it, you did. So thank you for doing that. And they said, what's your new goal going to be? I said, no, you're not going to trick me into that. I said, we hit the $4 million. I said, what we're going to do is just keep taking victory laps. You just keep throwing dollars as we're taking those victory laps. So if everything goes well and we continue to donate on the level that we've been donating all year, I'm going to be a $6 million national commander. And we can do that. So, and just to get one more plug in, since I'm here talking about that money, on my, right here, I got this nice little pin. It's a compass. It says on the bottom, it says stay on course. And for lots of you, how many people have got them out there? There should be quite a few hands. Yep, that's right. The way you get that is by making a $100 donation, personal donation, to any one of those charities that you want to. Or if you're post, unit, squadron, or detachment, or department, makes a $500 donation, you get 3. For a single $100 donation, you get 1. And if you're a larger group, 500 will get you 3 pins to give out however you want to. So I've got some of those pins with me tomorrow. So if you want to give me some more money, that's fine, and we'll get it to you. But let's keep having fun here in the American Legion as an American Legion family. And it's been a great year, and we've got about 75 more days to go till the end of my time. And it's good to be here. And I'll see you all in Baltimore. Thank you.
Thank you. Before I go any further, I wanted to tell you that I've been informed that I oversighted the Department of Washington Adjutant, otherwise known as Northern Oregon. Dale Davis is here. At this time, I would like to call up members wishing to make donations to the Charlie Schmidt for National Commander Fund. At this time, I'd like to call up past Department Commander Kevin Owens, Campaign Chairman for Charlie Schmidt, for the purpose of some awards. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pressure you here for money, but I was told that 2 guys were coming up with something.
Evening, how's everybody doing? Well, we're going to do this kind of different because, as you know, we have a candidate for National Commander, and he's going to be taking off for the great state of Montana tomorrow morning, so we want to have him here, and so he can present us some awards. Charlie? With past Department Commander John Kolobach, with U.S. Court past Department Commander T.Les Galloway to the podium. As you might not be aware, that to become a national commander takes some knowledge and some leverage and some of importance to get you there. And this man right here is the reason where we're at. Because of him
and his guidance and leadership, we have our first candidate for National Commander. And past National Commander Jimmy Foster always refers to T-Les Galloway as the Godfather. And so, T-Les, here's your new badge, T-Les Galloway, Oregon Godfather.
That's one way to get a new badge. Kevin, last year when Charlie announced his campaign, I went back to my small post in Classic and I and told them we needed a little money. So they agreed to contribute $1,000. So I told the committee we could raise that, but it'd have to be kind of an installment plan. To date, we paid the $750. Kevin, I'm giving you the final payment of $250 to represent the $1,000. And memory serves me right. Out of my post now, we've raised $2,600.
John Callback, would you come forward, please? Come up here. As you know, this is a big endeavor, and it's not a cheap one. It's expensive, but it's an honor, and you should be proud of our candidate for National Commander. But the person that really got this going, the fundraiser, is John Kallenbach. We donated to Thompson. And John, we're called the GO Team. That's Georgia, Oregon. That's what we're on right now. Next year, we're going to have to take us up with Wisconsin, but part of the O-Team, that's what we're called, the O-Team. We'd like to thank you for your support to Charles E. Smith for National Commander, the O-Team, 2015, carried the legacy forward. I'd like to present you a plaque for your big donation. Commander Helm, would you please come forward? Because we have our first National Commander, hopefully in another year, we've done something different, we're unique, and nobody's done this before. We've made a set of pins, and we made a Myrtlewood coin. It's been a big hit throughout the states, and Commander Helm, we'd like to present you with the Commander 6 pin set with a coin of the Charlie Schmidt.
Very nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You know, one thing about a campaign, and I know a little about it, is that it's not about Charlie. It's about you. It's about Oregon. And you know, Charlie's going to be the national commander, but it's going to be from the Department of Oregon. And all the eyes are on you. And the people of the rest of this nation have a great respect and envy both when you get in the position that you're in now. So, and I know that Charlie's going to be successful because of your great efforts. And keep up the good work. Thank you.
As past National Commander Tom Bach told me, Charlie's the eye candy, we're the workers. So we'd like to recognize some individuals and some posts that have donated over $1,000 to our campaign, your campaign. And since we have them here, we'd like to recognize the Department of Washington for their gracious donation. Dale, would you please come forward? Our brothers and sisters in the North made a substantial donation to this campaign, so thank them when you see them. As you know, to be a national commander, you gotta look good at all times. And when you come from a small town of Burns, not a lot of places to get your hair done. I was there once, it was a bad deal. Thank you. But a lady in Burns has donated 2 years of haircuts, actually probably 3 when he gets done, of haircuts to Donna's Barbershop in Burns. So if you go to Burns, thank Donna. She's giving a haircut to Charlie about every other week. So. We'd like to thank Harney County Post 63, his own post, has donated over $1,000. They're continually having fundraising, and so we'd like to thank them for their contribution. Lewis Larson, Post 68, has made numerous contributions, and they gave some tonight. So Les, I'll give you this for your post. Richard Roscoe. Must be a friend of Andy's. Our own T.S. Galloway. Harney County Unit 63. Always doing fundraising. Shirley Torrey. Shirley, where you at? Shirley's put on more garage sales. If you want to learn how to run a garage sale, see Shirley Torrey. She'll tell you how to do it. Just a couple more here. American Legion Post 22, Hood River. Somebody from Hood River. Milwaukee Squadron 180. And representing the Department of Oregon, Andy Millard, to our department. All the plaques are made out of Merlewood, so it's our tree. We all take it, claim it, but it belongs to Oregon, so it's unique. So give those $1,000 donations. We'll accept them. We need the money. So this is a big endeavor. We thank you. This is your candidate, and we're proud of him. We're proud of all the team, and we look forward to Charlie's the national commander, because then we've really been somewhere. So thanks, Charlie.
Thank you, Kevin. I'd just like to say thank you to everyone, post units, squadrons, individuals, the auxiliary who has their Charlie's Angels coin buckets, everybody that has yard sales, garage sales, or whatever. This is a great endeavor for the Department of Oregon. And I will tell you, it's not about Charlie, it's about the Department of Oregon. Because you have never been in this position of having a candidate for national commander. We had a gentleman that was one of the founders of the American Legion, George D. White, who worked with Teddy Roosevelt Jr. over in Paris, France. And George D. White went on to be our first National Executive Committeeman, and also he was the first editor of the American Legion Weekly. When the American Legion had their first national convention in Minneapolis in November 1919, William Follett from somewhere, either, I'm not sure, in Salem or Portland, but he was one of the first of the 5 elected as National Vice Commander of the American Legion. And of course, the American Legion Auxiliary Department of Oregon has had 4 national presidents. And another feather in our cap is in the 1932 National Convention in Portland, Oregon, the sons of the American Legion were born. So Oregon, so the Department of Oregon, the American Legion family of Oregon, your time is near. and September will become the leading candidate. And behind us will be the candidate from the Department of Wisconsin, who will be the American Legion's first female national commander candidate. And I got to share with you, I've worked with Denise, and she will make an excellent national commander. And so this coming year, in our last year of candidacy, we'll be working with Wisconsin, and I think the good Lord willing, Denise will be visiting us here very soon at our next DEC. But this is our journey, so let's enjoy it, and it's coming up fast. And if you're planning a vacation next summer, think Cincinnati, 2016. Thank you all.
I just wanted to remind you folks that we paid for our badges, and if you do not have your badge on, you will not be admitted to the convention hall. So please remember your badge tomorrow. I'd like to call up Commander Millar and President Liebenau for closing remarks.
Well, like I said before, thank you for being here tonight, and hope you have a wonderful convention and just enjoy yourself, and we'll get the job done. So, and maybe you'll see my special Andy t-shirt. Anybody going to the barbecue? Okay.
You know, you might be able to bribe somebody and make
You
some
can raffle it
contributions.
off. Maybe you want to buy that t-shirt?
I might want to buy that t-shirt.
Oh, he's seen it.
Oh,
He's seen it.
have I seen it?
He has one just like it.
Yeah, and it's hidden.
It's hidden?
It's hidden. So, you know, it's been a fast year, and it's coming to an end here in a few more days. Again, Linda and I thank all of you for your support throughout this time. Let's make it a really good convention. Keep hard charging. Keep raising those funds for Charlie. Keep the membership coming in. You know, it's a real simple job. We do it every day, but you know, our membership year is not up yet, so don't give up. I had an adjutant who had promised that we would have 100% by convention time, and when I received the last membership report, it was not 100%, and now I have 14 memberships being express mailed to me. It'll arrive tomorrow to hand carry to our department, and it'll make Milton Freewater, my post, 101%. Keep the membership coming in. So and again, from both Linda and I, thanks to all of you. Have a great convention. We're looking forward to it.
Auxiliary Acting Chaplain Cheryl Park will now give the benediction. Please stand and uncover.
I would like to remind everyone that tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. will be the memorial service at Evergreen Chapel, which is behind the museum. So please join us for that. Let us pray. Father God, we thank you for this time to come together. We thank you for the veterans of this country who have fought and died for what our country stands for freedom to live, freedom to talk, freedom to choose how they want to live. And we thank them and we want to continue to thank them for that service. We also thank you, Father, for every member in the audience and the service they have given to this organization, for their dedication and their commitment. Let us always be willing to serve, Lord, always be willing to try to improve the lives of those we come in contact with. We thank you for this evening and this time to come together, and we pray that you be with us as we leave this building. We ask all of this in your precious name. Amen.
I guess we're both announcing that this convention is now in recess until tomorrow morning.